Good afternoon. How's it going? Scott is here to educate and inform the masses. And by masses, we mean James. Um, we're going to, Eli's not here. He's on a secret mission. I probably shouldn't even discuss it. But Scott is here. Usually they send you on the secret mission. But I don't
Yeah, I mean, I've been kind of worked to the bone, and Pete Hegseth decided that I deserved the July 4th holiday off, so they sent Eli instead.
Okay. This is funny because I just rewatched Phantasm. But this is a new app that James that you watched it on. What is this app? I just have it on Blu-ray.
Oh, I didn't know this was available on any app. The Alucarda.
Oh, oh, you just mean Alucarda and Phantasm on the same app?
That's how I took it. I don't know. I don't know if that's what he
Okay.
meant.
That's quite a cool app. And yeah, we'll be talking about Alucarda. Fossum.
Oh, I've seen that. Whenever I'm searching for a movie on my Fire TV, a lot of times it pops up as free with ads on Fossum, but I don't know if I ever actually watch anything on there. Jason, hey, what's up, man?
And show off your shirt, your edgy shirt.
Oh yeah.
Rain Chaos.
It sends Storms of the Lightsbane home on a stretcher. Okay. Not really, but but I do genuinely like it. I'm not just trolling.
Yeah, people compare it to Battery Octagon. Is that the name of it? With the drum machine? That album's 1,000 times worse.
Yeah.
That's legitimately terrible. Octagon.
I've said it in a bunch of comments, and I've probably said it on videos I made that I don't remember as soon as I film them, but I look at Ring Chaos as like the 7th or 8th dissection album. Like, but we didn't get the ones in between because he was in prison, which is why it seems like such a huge jump from what he was doing before. No, come on. This is no Radicult.
I still have never. Morbid Angel is probably one of my favorite bands. I've still never sat and listened to that entire album.
Do you know there's a double disc remix album of that?
Well, I do now, unfortunately.
I may have it. I may send it to you.
And I've never sat down and listened to Saint Anger. The only because I worked at Tower Records when it came out and we played it in the store. That's mostly my exposure to it.
That's one of those so bad that every 5-ish years I'm like, it can't be that bad, right? And I go back and listen to it again. It's like, oh yeah. And usually I don't make it through. It's like, yeah, it's kind of it's that bad. Leibach was earlier, right? The like Covenant era. That Leibach remix. I don't remember the song.
All right, Scott, have you been watching anything?
I have a lot of documentaries. I just got sucked into the Night Flight app. I don't know if you are familiar with it or a member or whatever.
know of it. I do not have not used it.
I mean, it's nostalgia bait. You can go watch, a 3 hour 1984 Night Flight block with all the commercials in it. Is a lot of that kind of stuff. But they have a lot of cool docs. So I watched I didn't write the title. It's there's one on Category 3 movies with a lot of people from the era talking about the movies. Uh, there's one called We Kill for Love. It's a 3 hour documentary on erotic thrillers. Like a lot of stuff like that.
Oh,
So
I think I saw that.
okay,
It's like, is it like a detective
yeah.
thing gimmick? Yeah. To me, it didn't really need the whole detective gimmick.
No, I would rather they just kind of did a standard. But I thought, I mean, for me, for someone who's, if you're interested in the subject, I think it's worth watching. There's a little bit more window dressing than you probably needed.
Yeah, it's really impressive how many movies they fit into it.
Yeah.
Even really obscure ones. So yeah, it definitely works really, really well. I think as a primer for erotic thrillers, if you want to watch it and take notes of what to look for. And it's
I
also
was a
shot in,
little disappointed they didn't have well, Shannon Tweed probably couldn't be bothered, but somebody like Shannon Worry or Lisa Boyle or some of the kind of bigger names from that era to participate would have been nice, but it was cool. It was cool nonetheless. Yeah, so I've just been watching a lot of Night Flight shit, but other than that, there's a. Have you heard of a movie called Hoagie? It's like
no.
a little demon puppet type movie, very very low budget. That's on Night Flight as well. Just came out, I think last year, and this is the only place it's streaming. But yeah, a little demon puppet guy, and some nerd makes friends with him, and they have adventures. And then there's a white supremacist organization that's trying to get the puppet, and then it just devolves into absolute silliness and graphic violence. I would recommend it if you're kind of it's kind of like an old Astron 6 movie. I would say that kind of vibe. Like it's silly but gross, but the grossness is also silly. So that's one I would recommend.
So it's like a modern equivalent to like Munchies or one of those silly critters or
Yeah, I
Gremlins
guess,
knockoff.
except there's only one critter, and the violence is more over the top.
Okay.
But I mean, super low budget. If you're, I mean, I think under $10,000. So if you're if that bothers you, you probably are not gonna like this. But I thought it was a lot of fun. Let's see. Actually, made a list. Beyond that, went to see the new Jackass in the theaters with my son. Good
Yeah,
time. It's mostly a best of.
I like Jackass with the. I don't like the gross out most of the gross out stuff, but all the other stuff I enjoy. Like when they're fucking with each other and that various stunts, the pranks that they're pulling on each other.
Right, right.
I,
Yeah, this
yeah,
is, I would say, not even quite half new stuff. It's a lot of kind of greatest hits, and then some stuff that has never been officially released, like Johnny Knoxville shooting himself with a 38 with a bulletproof vest on. I think before Jackass even started. I think that was when they're still working for the skateboard magazine. But yeah, good. It was a good time. I went with my son, who's a fan, so that was fun, and kind of tugs at the heartstrings a little bit. That, I mean, they've said before this is the end, but this does feel like the end. A lot of those guys can't do this stuff anymore.
yeah,
So
yeah. It's like wrestling.
yeah, yeah, they filled their bump cards. I think it's time to hang it up.
Yeah. So I think the Werewolf Woman, Jason, is that Italian movie. I just remember seeing it on VHS, but the VHS, it was super beat up, so I don't really remember it that well. I think that's the one you're talking about. It's like a 70s werewolf woman Italian
Oh,
movie.
okay. Yeah, I don't know that. I'll round it out. I mean, this might become a topic. I don't know. Did you watch the best/worst movie of the year, depending on what Twitter tribe you belong to? Citizen Vigilante.
Oh no! Once I heard about it, I was curious, and then I got turned off from all of a sudden the MAGA chuds are like,
Yeah,
he's Uwe Boll's Federico Fellini. All of a sudden, when they, 10 years ago, he was literally like like a couple of YouTubers, like 10 years ago, they would be like, Uwe Boll needs to be banned, or whenever he was making the video game movies,
right.
They're gamers, like he needs to be banned. And now this is a travesty. He was banned.
If I had waited one day, I would not have watched it, because my rule is when a movie becomes, if you like it, you're this, and if you don't like it, you're this. I'm like, no, then I just won't watch it. That tells me it's a piece of shit. But it was free on X/Twitter, and I started watching it, and it was, I will say, it did enough to keep my attention. At the same time, it is kind of boring. There are like endless. It feels like 15 minutes of, let's watch a SWAT team, which, by the way, I don't think exists in Europe, right? They don't have SWAT like the US thing.
No, because I saw like a still of it.
Yeah.
And they just have like they just ordered a SWAT uniform from Amazon or whatever,
Yeah,
without realizing they don't call them SWAT teams and wherever in Eastern Europe or wherever it takes place.
it's very kind of like I'm not the Uwe Boll aficionado like you, but I've seen Rampage, kind of that Rampage style of like jumbling things up. So we're seeing like SWAT team driving down the street going somewhere, like off and on, it seems like, for a half hour. And just, this movie's not even 90 minutes, and there's like, I feel like you could cut it down to 45 easy with just watching the SWAT team run up the stairs for 5 minutes. Like, anyway, I think obviously the people who identify with the message are now claiming this is a good movie. It's not a good movie. I think there are good parts of it. There's kind of like a standoff scene in an apartment near the end where he tracks down this member of this like rape gang and his family, and he's like holding him hostage in the apartment and making him call all the other people to come over. I thought that worked. I thought that was pretty effective. But it's a lot of shit that doesn't work. Like they keep cutting in news footage with a lady who's such a bad actor that maybe she is AI. Maybe AI is good enough that they made her photorealistic, but she's just terrible. They go into, I assume everybody knows what this movie's about, right? I don't have to explain what it is, or should I?
Well, yeah, it's vigilante.
Yeah.
Movie.
Vigilante in Europe, kind of. Not exclusively, but it seems to be mostly targeted at like migrants that are committing crimes. I think that part is very overblown, because he kills like 8 times more cops in this movie than he does anybody else. So that's another part of it too. Like, I don't know if it wasn't Uwe Boll, I would think this is supposed to be like some kind of very nuanced like movie that you're supposed to think about hard, but he flat out kills an innocent person for absolutely no reason, just to prove a point to somebody else. So this isn't a hero. Yeah, it's kind of a mess, shockingly. I would not recommend it for sure.
Yeah, I think Uwe's best, it's not my favorite, but his best general movie, I think, is Assault on Wall Street.
I haven't seen it.
Which is a Dominic Purcell, like his wife ends up dying. Like there's some issue with her like medical coverage or something, and she ends up dying, and then he blames. Oh, I think he loses his job or something, and he blames Wall Street. So he goes, it becomes like a um, vigilante movie against Wall Street. But I think in that case, like the story is kind of simpler and more straightforward.
Okay.
Like you have your main character, and it sets up the reason why he's doing it. So there's more of a point to it than Rampage.
Okay. Yeah, he doesn't seem to have a real like motivation that's personal. That's another thing. And the character's weird. Like he's super rich. He's a landlord, which I thought we hated landlords. And then he goes and I watched a review that talked about like Uwe Boll was worried that you might think this character was gay, so he had to prove it he wasn't gay by going to a whorehouse and banging a chick. Like, and it's a long scene, and there's kind of no point to it other than it's revealed that he owns the building that the whorehouse is in. Like, there's a lot of like weird things like that. Like, what's that have to do with anything? It is a mess. It's a mess. I think it's kind of an interesting mess, but anyone championing it as like the best movie of the year, I mean, you know why they're doing that. It's not because of the movie.
Yeah, I guess some people think that's the point of the movie, is that white people should be able to shoot migrants if they commit crimes or something like that.
Well, I guess the scene I was talking about with the rape gang, apparently that was based on a real thing that a bunch of immigrants gang raped a girl, and then they just kind of let them go and said they didn't know it was wrong. I don't know if that's, I haven't checked into everything. I guess that was sort of the basis of how this movie came about. I don't know. I just, it's an Uwe Boll movie. I don't know. I don't understand. Well, I guess I do understand why this is getting the buzz it is, but I don't think it's the most dangerous, disgusting, racist movie of all time, and I also don't think it's a good movie. It's an Uwe Boll movie.
Yeah, I don't remember. I think I put Assault on Wall Street as a runner-up for my top 10 movies of the year. Of course, people insulted me.
That sounds like a guy who claims to like Ring Chaos.
I don't know, but to me, it seems like he's kind of an edgelordy director that has made vigilante movies before.
Yeah.
And those other movies did not. I remember them being, offending people, but I don't remember them being embraced for their politics or.
Right. Yeah, there is a part of me that thinks, well, there has to be some nuance intended in this when he literally runs an innocent person off the road and they die, and he does it just to say, "See, people are sheep," and so you're not supposed to root for this guy, right? Like,
yeah, that's what it sounds like. I mean, because
yeah.
Rampage, you're not supposed to root for him,
right. So I mean, maybe there's a little more to it that people aren't on either side aren't giving it credit for, but at the same time, I mean, if watch it if you're interested, but it's definitely not a must-see movie.
Mm-hmm.
James, I just was ever determined if Armie Hammer was a cannibal or not.
Yeah.
From what I have read, he is probably not probably not a good dude, like sending weird sex stuff to people who aren't his wife. But no, he did not. He did not eat anybody, and did nothing illegal. So he's a creep.
Well, all I heard was that he was accused of sexual assault by multiple women, but he was not.
But nothing came of it, right?
Yeah, he hasn't been. There's no. I don't think he's paid out in any civil lawsuits or any. He hasn't been arrested for anything. I don't think.
Right.
Yeah, and have you seen Kinshite Forbidden Subjects? James brought that up. That movie rules.
I definitely have seen the video box. I don't think I ever watched it.
Charles Bronson, against it's like a Japanese sex traffickers or something. He's going after them. It's super sleazy. And that's, of course, a canon movie.
Oh, I did try. I tried to watch Borderline, starring Samara Weaving and whatever his name. I don't know. Jack Nicholson's son. I don't remember his name. I didn't make it. I made it like 20 minutes in. Couldn't take it. So there's my recommendation for that one. The trailer is extremely deceiving. It makes it seem like he's an obsessed fan and he breaks into her house and thinks they're in love, and then there's like a cat and mouse thing, and that's not at all what it is. It tries to be serious.
I didn't see the trailer. I don't know if you're joking, James, or is that actually going to happen? I could actually see it happening. I never saw The Super with Joe Pesci.
No,
I should. Sounds for Joe Pesci's a funny dude. And then, I did not know that Uwe Boll did a Nightwish video.
I'm trying to think of like something funny to say about that, and I can't come up with anything.
Yeah, and if people don't know, a lot of Uwe Boll's movies were funded from some German tax thing. I don't know how it works, but I think they closed whatever their you invest in a German production, you don't have to pay taxes or something. But I think they stopped doing it, so he hasn't been able to get as much money.
I mean, I got to give him credit. Whether it's the subject matter or him going out there talking about it, he's got everybody talking about this movie, which I don't think is really worth talking about.
He is a carny, more or less.
Mm-hmm.
I've said this before, but I saw House of the Dead twice in the theater. That's my favorite movie of his. Just is so ridiculous, and it still has only ever come out on DVD, at least in the U.S.
Really?
Yeah.
That surprises me. All the trash Vinegar Syndrome puts out, they haven't done that.
Yeah, speaking of which, I looked at Vinegar Syndrome, has some new titles, and there's one that made me laugh. Let me bring it up. I'm sweating like a hog.
I am too. It's crazy out here.
Because I turn off the air for the sound. Oh. We'll try this, see if it works. Now available for pre-order, Scott.
Okay. I'm ready.
Snow Shark, Ancient Snow Beast. You see that cover?
What the fuck?
Now the limited edition normally is $42,
Okay.
but you can pre-order it now for the low price of $28.99.
How many slipcovers does it come with?
Only one, I believe.
Oh, get out of here. If it
And
came with like 3, I would know it would be worth buying.
there's only 63 left in stock, so this has been just flying out the shelves. The limited
So
edition.
I've never heard of this, obviously. Oh, it's on Wild Eye. They're known for their quality releases. Is this animated?
No, here,
Oh.
get a little clip.
You know what? You might have turned me around. I think I want it now.
Well, you better grab it before it's going to be $150 on eBay pretty soon. The limited edition slipcover version.
Wild Eye. You know what? I think it'll probably pop up on Tubi eventually. I think I can wait.
Okay, but that to me is got to be the most Vinegar Syndrome movie ever.
That's nuts. Like, yeah, I didn't know they were doing Wild Eye. I thought was its own thing. They're now a Vinegar Syndrome affiliated label. Yeah, James, you're right. Wild Eye every once in a while does have something cool, but they have a lot of just absolute bottom of the barrel garbage.
You know what they're doing over there.
That's right.
They never said, "Oh, we'll turn this down. We can't sell this."
They believe in themselves.
Yeah, confidence. And this is not movies, but I did see the new Louis C.K. special, which just dropped this week on Netflix.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. How was it?
It's called Ridiculous. I thought it was really, really good.
Okay.
And I know Louis is a sleazy masturbator, but have you ever some of his joke? He has sort of like more like edgelordy, offensive jokes. It's more in that vein.
Okay.
Like he used to do a bit like he talk about how horrible sexual assault is, and then it's like there's no excuse for sexual assault unless she won't fuck you. Then you don't have. What choice do you have?
Yeah, what are you supposed
or
to
something. something like that. It's sort of more in that vein.
Okay.
Because he tends to have like those type of jokes, and then more personal jokes, and then kind of sillier jokes. Yeah, I thought it was really good. It's probably his best special in a while.
Okay. Yeah, my wife and I went to see him. I think before COVID, he got canceled before COVID, right?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, was it like a year or two before that?
We went to see him. I don't know, maybe a year after that happened, and yeah, packed theater, and he was hilarious. It was a good time. So I don't know. We're definitely in that camp of. He's not in charge of looking after my daughter, so I don't. I mean, he's telling me jokes, and I will pay him for that. It's fine. I don't. He doesn't need to be an awesome person.
Let me bring up the other big thing, physical media wise. The big announcement was the Criterion is putting out the complete Stanley Kubrick box set.
Holy crap! Everything?
Yeah. So let me bring up the ad. So it's 13 movies and the short films he did, which are, I think they're all documentary short films. in 4K. Oh, this is not loading. What the fuck? But I already have. So like Lolita is the one that has not been previously released on 4K. So that it's exclusive to the set. I have all, except for his first movie and Lolita, I have all of them on 4K already. So I'm not gonna bother with it.
Yeah, and they'll release it on its own eventually.
Probably, but it's pretty crazy that they were able to pull that together.
Yeah, really. What do they want for that?
I think it was list price. I think was $600.
Okay.
So if you get it during the sale, it's $300. Yeah, they're friggin'. Their website's not loading.
I mean, I'm not going to pay it, but it doesn't seem unfair for what you get.
Yeah, it says 25 hours of extras.
Wow.
Pretty cool. Because it's from different studios.
Right.
Warner Brothers owns some of them. So I'm even just surprised that, well, they had already done, Warner Brothers had already done that, but they were exclusively releasing the stuff that they owned of his. And then they eventually struck a deal with Criterion. Yeah, so yeah, I do recommend that the special, the Louis C.K. special. And then I finally watched the John Candy documentary, I Like Me. I think it was on Amazon Prime. I know James had mentioned he had seen it. I think it's been out for a while.
Yeah, it's on my list. I haven't gotten to it.
Yeah, I thought it was really, really good. Appropriately touching. There's funny moments. They really try to cram as much footage of his career in there as they could. Like, it's edited really well, but it doesn't feel. It kind of zips by, I would say. And then they open with an interview with Bill Murray, and he talks about how much he loves John Candy, and then he says, he says, like, you interviewing all these people, I hope you can finally dig us some dirt on this guy. So we have something bad to say about him. Finally. And there's like home movie footage, and they even have like like behind the scenes interview footage. A lot of stuff I haven't seen before. Yeah, James was a fan, so I would definitely recommend it.
Oh yeah, I guess. Well, kind of on the SCTV vein, I did see the Martin Short one that I think has also been out for a while on Netflix. That was pretty cool too.
Okay,
a lot of home movie footage of various get-togethers and whatnot at his house, full of like every famous person you could imagine. Because I guess it's like there's a little thing at the beginning where they're talking to Steve Martin, and it's like, if you have a dinner party and you invite Marty, and then like a week before he says, "Oh, I'm sorry, I can't come," you just cancel the party. Like, everybody, he's always the life of the party. Everybody loves him, and a lot of cool like home movie footage of him and his wife and his kids, and kind of going through his career, and yeah, it was good. It was fun. Once again, you're not getting any dirt. It's he's the best guy ever. So
Well, yeah, sometimes other documentaries they really force it where it's just a circle jerk. But this seems genuine in the John Candy one.
mm-hmm.
Like one example to me was in a different way, but the Cannibal Corpse documentary, where they just talk about how are constantly talking about how they're just the most talented, important band of all time.
Right? Yeah.
There's at least a few people that like overrated. Who cares?
Right. Well, it's their documentary. I get it.
Yeah, for the fans, but
I don't know. They're not that great.
It's like 2.5 hour documentary.
I love that documentary though. I wish it was longer. I don't know. I could just watch it.
But just as an example, where there's just a lot of footage of them, and that it came across to me as like they're sort of I don't know, forcing the issue a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then was it like the second or third take he did where it bounces off his head? It only took him a couple of takes to do that. I did watch this. My God, I'm sweating. The Paul Verhoeven nun movie, Benedetta, from 2021.
Don't know about
it. It has a super hot lesbian nun scene, sex scene. I think it's something I have to rewatch. Like what the sort of the point he's getting at. It's basically, I think it's 16th or 17th century in Italy. Let me look up the book it's based on. It had a really great name. Well, yeah. It's like this. This girl is brought into the convent, and then this nun is having visions of Jesus, and sort of, I guess the point of it is like she interprets it. It's like Jesus is facilitating or endorsing her lesbian desires. So she's viewed as a heretic. So it's sort of like like the movie where they think the lesbian nun is possessed by the devil. Here they treat it like she thinks she's doing the work of the Lord by being a lesbian, but everyone else does not agree with her, sort of thing. So I think it's like saying something about sexual repression.
Okay.
The Catholic Church, like sort of deconstructing that, I guess. So it's and there are some like funny moments in there that are very Verhoeven-esque, but it generally is a serious movie. Yeah, Immodest Acts: The Life of a Lesbian Nun in Renaissance Italy is the book. If you see that in Barnes and Noble, how do you not buy that?
I mean, it sounds too academic. I mean, I would rather watch the movie with the hot chicks getting it on. So I think that was a good commercial choice.
Yeah, very, very interesting. It does feel like a Verhoeven movie, but I think I need to rewatch it. I'm not a Catholic, so there's probably a lot of stuff that went over my head.
Jason summed it up.
Yeah, I might be wrong about my interpretation of it. maybe like the point is that Jesus would want you to love others by munching carpet.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know.
But who are the actresses? Anybody we would know, or are they
Charlotte Rampling is the Mother Superior.
okay?
And if you don't know her name, you would definitely recognize
Yeah,
her.
I know her.
Oh yeah, she's in Dune. She's in a million movies.
Yeah.
She's like the shade, and also because Charlotte Rampling is like a shady Mother Superior that may or may not be doing illegal things. So it kind of feels like Paul Verhoeven, sort of his takedown of the Catholic Church in a sense.
Okay.
Interesting.
I knew it. I knew they were all up to no good. Yeah, I'm not Catholic either, so I've never been around like nuns. Are there hot nuns? Is that a thing, or is that a creation of cinema?
In the movies, yeah.
They're
well, in this movie, yeah.
Well, they're not really nuns, right?
And this, yeah, most of them are nuns, and then there's like I think basically a girl, the sort of lesbian lover girl, she runs away from her father who's beating her up, and then she's like a nun in training, like begs to be a nun in training because she doesn't have anywhere else to go. So it is basically a nun story.
Okay. Sorry, my cat's going bananas. Hello. All right.
I'm trying.
All right, sorry.
You see Midnight just sprayed out on the bed.
Yeah. Why can't you be like Midnight?
Oh my god, it's so humid up here. And then I got the Arrow Jackie Chan box set.
Oh wow.
That just came out.
What's in that?
So you can see it's Drunken Master 2, Rumble in the Bronx, Thunderbolt, Police Story 4, Mr. Nice Guy, Who Am I?
Cool.
And it has the different cuts of the movies. So I watched the US version, which is the one I had already seen, of Rumble in the Bronx.
Mm-hmm.
But it has like the Hong Kong version on there, so I want to check that out as well. So that's got to be one of my favorite Jackie Chan movies, Rumble in the Bronx.
Yeah, and I remember reading reviews from like Hong Kong cinema aficionados that they hated the U.S. cut of Rumble in the Bronx, like hated it. Like they ruined it, and I like, oh really? I thought it was pretty cool. I've never seen the Hong Kong version either.
Yeah, so I'll watch it and see how it's different. I don't know. Maybe I'll agree. I don't know. I guess especially if you saw the original Hong Kong version first.
Yeah, right.
Although you'd have to be a pretty aficionado to be a white person in the 90s, and that's to have only seen the Hong Kong cut of Rumble in the Bronx.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could rent it from Blockbuster.
Yeah, that was a huge deal when it came out, like theatrically. I saw it multiple times.
Yeah, I did not see it in the theater, so I probably rented it as well. But it had to have been his biggest movie before Rush Hour.
Yeah. And then they did a couple after that, Super Cop, but I don't know if it was like, was that like actually Super Cop 2 or 3? I don't remember, but they called it Super
That
Cop here.
that was Police Story 3.
Police Story 3. Okay.
Um, all right. Yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about in terms of stuff I watched. We can talk about Alucarda. So I kind of screwed up. I didn't really remember this movie that well. It's really more of an Exorcist knockoff.
Mm.
Because there's the whole weird thing with the bleeding nuns. But I didn't remember that they basically start off that way. I thought maybe like my memory was like they get possessed or something and they start bleeding. But we'll sort of get into it.
The okay, well, this, yeah, I wanted to ask this too. So yeah, I was wondering like, why is there, I guess we call them habits. I don't know, they're not the traditional habits, but why they're all bloody, and it seems like they're all like bloody from the crotch down. I was like, is that something that's happening? And then I had to go back to the beginning. It's like, oh no, I guess they were kind of like that at the beginning. It might be more pronounced later.
Yeah,
I don't know. Is that just supposed to be their costume? I didn't quite.
they flagellate each other,
Right.
and then so when they pray, they start bleeding more. So it's like
Oh, okay. I didn't
um,
catch that.
so like different nuns at different points that they have different amounts of blood depending on like, so the way in this movie, like the way that it's like they have to, their prayer is effective but they have to bleed a certain amount.
Okay.
So there's like it's like the price they pay for praying, but they actually get results.
I was like, yeah, I was like, am I crazy? Like, this is, they're all bloody, right? And then I was like, well, I don't know, maybe not. Maybe that's just what it's supposed to look like. I don't know. But yeah, you're right, because then there's the praying scene where she's like levitating and blood's coming out of her eyes.
But
Yeah. Okay.
but that I think they're just like that before the possessed girl shows up. So in this world of the movie, that's how they operate.
Okay.
So it's already, the movie already starts off like kind of magical in a sense. It's like a magical version of a convent.
Yeah. See, I'm with James with his comment here. I thought they were all menstruating because of this, like the supernatural stuff that was going on. That's how I was like processing it, and then I went back to the beginning. I was like, well, no, they kind of look like that at the beginning too. So yeah.
I guess yeah. So I would describe this as a folk horror Exorcist knockoff. Would probably be the best way. Yeah, and they do look like bloody mummies.
Yeah.
And also, I think this might be one of the most inadvertently metal movies I've ever seen. In terms of like, you can just take a random still of the movie and you have an album cover.
Yeah. Right.
And you'll kind of see evidence of that.
And someone has had to use samples of the like satanic speech, right? They had to have.
Yeah, but I don't. I was thinking of that, like, but I cannot come up with anything.
Yeah, I don't think I've heard it, but I'm sure somebody's used it.
And I'll show. I got a couple of short clips, and when we get to those parts, I'll play them. But for copyright, I have to be really short.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess there's just certain things open to interpretation. But this is Alucarda, the girl. This is her being born. So I kind of assume this is like her father is Satan, and this is, I don't know if that's how you took it.
Yeah, I maybe I'm dumb, but I didn't catch that this was the guy from later either until I went back to the beginning.
Yeah, and also I guess so. He plays three different roles because he also plays the doctor.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's the same guy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I definitely missed that.
So he's the doctor, the man of science, and also like a gypsy or the devil disguised as a gypsy.
Or like a satyr kind of almost.
Yeah. Um, and also Eli and I talked about the movie Simon of the Desert, and it's the same actor that played Simon in Simon of the Desert.
Mm.
His name is Claudio Brook. So I didn't realize when I picked this movie. And I don't know if I said it before, but this movie is Mexican. But I guess they shot it in English, but a lot of the voices are overdubbed, but they are clearly speaking English on set.
Mm.
Um, yeah, I wonder if you could do some cool Alucarda shirts, like just that poster with the upside down cross.
Yeah, that is a cool poster.
Yeah, he's in Mansion of Madness is by the same director, and that's a really cool movie. It's almost a little Jodorowsky. It's even weirder than this movie, if you can imagine. And I didn't look this up, but James says it's a this movie is a loose adaptation of a novella.
Yeah, is it? I don't remember if it's Camilla or Carmilla.
Oh, they
I've never read
consider
it.
it. Oh yeah, okay. Well, that's very loose then, because I didn't even recognize that
Oh, okay.
Carmilla. Yeah, I have
Yeah.
read it. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, and then the same actress plays her mother. Yeah, this is one of the blood mummy nuns.
Okay. Yeah. So they're like less bloody here, and they get bloodier later, maybe.
But yeah, if you look at like wider shots of various nuns, there are different amounts of blood depending on the nun.
Okay. All right.
Um, yeah, so basically the plot is this is Justine on the left. Both her parents passed away, so she's the new girl at the convent. And then she befriends Alucarda. I just love the weird production design. Like this is such an odd convent. It's almost cave like. And it's also just funny that you know she's a girl living at a convent. They let her dress like a goth chick. She creeps up on people.
So I guess they're like they just take in orphans, but they don't have to join. They just live there. Like, is that part of the
Yeah,
charity? I guess.
yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
And she's kind of like a Wiccan type. Um, and
Yep.
she has a
She's a spooky girl.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
what you're saying about the sets, I really like that too. Like that kind of otherworldly, so artificial and weird that it just is awesome. Like it adds the atmosphere.
mhm.
James. Yep, James. I thought the same thing. When she first appeared, I was like, "Oh, she's not real." But then That was disproven a couple minutes later, but that was my first thought too.
Hmm. And this movie to me is very Mexican, and it's hard to explain, but just having seen other 70s Mexican movies. Yeah, yeah, that's right. He did work with Jodorowsky. And it's sort of like you get the idea that Alucarda's a loner, so she's really happy that she has this new friend. And it just frolicking and stuff. There's another movie, Mexican movie that I really love that this kind of reminded me. The opening kind of reminds me of it's called Poison for the Fairies. And in that case, there's like two 12-year-old girls, and then there's like a new girl at school. She befriends like the witchy girl, and then they become friends. Like they're frolicking around, and that's how the movie starts.
Maybe female friendship is different. I don't remember the times that I met a new person and we're hitting it off, and then all of a sudden we're rolling down hills together and then staring each other's eyes. What's up, buddy? Okay.
Midnight. I think Midnight wants me to turn the air conditioning on.
Yeah, really.
Her. Oh my God, you're so pretty.
He's a sweetheart.
You see him? He can't tell, but he's staring at me.
Yeah.
I think he wants me to shut up. He's trying to sleep.
My cat's not cool. He wants attention. Midnight's like, whatever. Oh yeah, yeah, okay.
Hmm. You hear that? You're famous. Bum.
All right, let's get. You're a big boy.
Yeah, Poison for the Fairies. The gimmick for that movie is the girl a real witch or not a witch? Is she just a creepy Wiccan type? Yeah, and this is like the I guess one of the other girls unalives herself, and this is her funeral. There's a lot of just great shots in this movie.
Yeah, I thought this would come back, but I guess it's just a detail.
Yeah, thanks, Chris. Yeah, I definitely agree. There's even like a Scorsese 360 oneer shot when the priest decides to call the exorcist or do an exorcist, I should say. That later on in the movie, that's pretty impressive, especially because in the 70s, because it's pre after like Goodfellas, like people started doing those like Scorsese type oneers.
Mm-hmm.
Shockingly, this guy's a creep. This again is Claudio Brook, like the local creepy gypsy.
Now that I know, I can see the doctor in there, but I didn't at all.
Like, here you go. This is an album cover.
Oh yeah.
It gives them an amulet.
She's very like, I don't know. She's not like what you would call a classic beauty, but yeah, she's very alluring. That's a pretty cool shot of her.
And there's a lot of nudity in this movie, which we will not be privy to. I've learned my lesson on that. But especially the other girl, Justine, is pretty hot, I think.
Oh yeah.
And I love the gypsy woman with the giant hair, like she's the bass player for Britney Fox.
Yeah, we'll see her naked too later.
Like in a horror movie, when does like gypsies they come to help you? When does that ever work out? It's always like,
yeah, I don't think ever.
There you go.
Oh, that's another sweet album cover.
Yeah. And they go into this crypt, and I thought it was the same place where she was born at, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
But again, like this crazy production design. And of course, because they're the newest besties, so they have to do like a blood pact. And I think the way I took it, when she gets possessed, the blood pact like transfers the devil over to her or something. That's the way I took it. I don't know.
Okay.
Here, I'll play this first clip. This is where, and also like I'll talk about the sound design in a second.
I'm afraid, Alucarda. I'm afraid, Alucarda.
Let's open it.
No!
Yes!
My God! My God! My God!
That's all you can play. I love that she's. We always know like a goth chick that's like, oh, let's go in the grave. Let's right now. Let's go in the tomb. Oh, there's a dead body. Let's look at the dead body immediately. She's that type of girl. So yeah, apparently that's how she gets possessed. Is she opens the tomb, and the spirit enters her, I guess, of Satan. But I love the. You heard a tiny bit of it there, but the sound design. There's like someone just breathing on the into the microphone. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
It's like whenever something, there's like this spirit around, or evil is in the air. There's someone going.
I mean, I didn't notice it till you just said it, but yeah, right.
And then like her voice or some of their voices start echoing when there's evil, and there's a guy going but yeah, anytime there's evil happening, there's someone, that sound effect. I think it's pretty awesome, because I don't really know of any other movie that does that, and it's also a pretty metal thing to do, I think.
So I've got to watch this again. Like I was mesmerized by the awesome Satanism and like constant nudity. I wasn't picking up on the sound design. So.
And here's another album cover. So you see like some of the nuns, they're like different states of blood.
Yeah. This is the Jodorowsky thing that Jason was talking about, the altar.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Oh man, I'm thirsty. And it just like this plays into later, because she gets another friend, the blind girl. kind of a little Red Riding Hood vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess it's just like, yeah, the sound of the demons just grunting. This reminds me of Mortal Throne of Nazarene, the incantation cover.
Yeah, yeah, it does.
Like this could be an incantation cover. Again, another album cover.
Mm-hmm. Was this after the outburst? It was, right? When they stood up and like pledged allegiance to Satan.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, there's yeah, well, yeah. And then later they chant Satan.
Okay.
And this is probably the best still to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the way I took it is that she's like transferring her evil over to her friend
Okay.
with the blood pact. I don't know. That's how I took it. Oh,
Another album cover.
there's this satanic orgy, and this is one where I thought maybe I'd seen this image outside of this movie somewhere. I don't know if it was like an album cover or something.
That goat head design looks almost exactly like the first Nunslaughter album has it on the cover. I don't know if they got it from that or something.
Yeah, I didn't notice that on that movie. That's interesting. But yeah, I've talked about it on here, but the Manchester Morgue movie. But I didn't notice any voices like that. To rewatch it.
Okay, I may be dumb, but I did not understand that this led to something that happened in the orgy. I was like, I had to look at a review to figure that out. Like one of the orgy, I think it's the big haired lady is like struck dead for some reason.
Uh-huh.
I didn't understand why that happened. I guess it's because of this.
I just took it like she's trying to stop the orgy.
Okay.
And the more she bleeds, the more effective her prayer is.
I don't know. At this point, I may have been just like staring at it, like I don't know what's happening, but I think it's cool.
Yeah, and this movie may have been influenced by Devil Rides Out. I don't know. Yeah, this is where they're chanting Satan.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And this is where she goes in the confession booth and then tries to rip the priest's robe off. And then I guess whatever the devil energy is making Justine sick. So then you have the doctor coming in, and the doctor is the man of science, of course. And this shows the flagellation ceremony, I guess. And then, this is where they try to do the exorcism. So they tie up Justine on the cross, but she's naked most of the time. And then they
was
bring
this
in
like
Alucarda.
was this a thing that they did? They just stab her over and over? Like I didn't know that was like a part of any kind of exorcism rite, or did they make it up for this?
So the nuns bleed extra. I guess exorcism requires a lot of blood. This is censored. For some reason, they need to take her clothes off to do an exorcism.
Well, yeah. That's just science.
And then
Alucarda, man, she moves on pretty quick. The love of her life just got tortured to death in front of her, and she's like, "Oh, this girl's cute."
Yeah, so Justine dies, and then this is the daughter is the daughter of the doctor, and she's blind, and they hit it off. And this is funny, but like the doctor doing research.
I mean, who hasn't read the famous book Satan?
Yeah. Where's the? Yeah, I maybe forgot to take the still, but they even dress her up in a similar way in a red outfit. The blind girl. I guess is clearly her replacement for Justine. Mm-hmm. And then, so then the altar is destroyed, so they call in the doctor. Well, this is where her body was, Justine's body.
Yeah.
So it goes missing, and stuff was destroyed. And the doctor's like, "Dude, I don't know. Why are you asking me?"
Freaking weirdos.
And then there's a nun that's burnt. So obviously he's like, well, this is not a great sign. This is her. It's almost like Vertigo. If you've seen Vertigo, it's like you have a replacement and you dress her up like the former person that's not dead. And then there's a decapitation. So I guess the nuns start getting possessed, and they have to decapitate them.
Yeah, that's how I took it.
Yeah, I don't really necessarily understand the rules of how this evil works in this movie. But maybe the characters don't either. They're just winging it. It's like, let's try cutting your head off, see if that does anything.
Whatever rocks, that's what happens. That's the rules.
That's a pretty cool still. And then
this is awesome.
Yeah. So they're looking for Justine's body, and they find it in a coffin full of blood. And she's naked, so we can't show a lot of this, but she rips out the throat of a nun, and then I guess she just gets hit with holy water. Well, yeah, the funny part is, the doctor is the man of science, and then when he pivots, he's like he gets the industrial size of holy water. Like when he pivots, he really pivots. He's like, fuck this science thing. I'm getting this giant thing of holy water from Costco. And there's like the Carrie ending. basically. Like she's Alucarda setting people on fire, nuns on fire. But then she's like, she sees the blind girl fall down the stairs, and she gets really sad. So that's the one thing, the one person she likes in the world.
Right. I mean, I think she could find someone else just like her. Let's see what the problem is. She did it once.
Yeah. This is a pretty cool shot. And of course, Jesus catches fire. Yeah, and I think I think it's one of the. Yeah, so I think that what they do in order to stop it is that they, she's super bloody, and then they set her on fire. Basically, she sacrifices herself to stop Alucarda.
Okay, I didn't get that at all. I was like, she lost, but I'm not sure why.
That's how I took it.
Okay. Yeah, I was just kind of, I mean, the more metal ending would be she wins, but I was like, well, Mexico's a Catholic country. Maybe they were like, well, that'd be a little too far. She can't win. She's got to die in the end. And prove God's best.
Yeah, that would be pretty awesome if she won. And she starts a metal shop in that convent. So I'm going to play another clip.
I'm afraid, Alucarda. I'm afraid.
Yeah. How metal do you have to be if you just say Belphegor at somebody and they just catch fire?
That's pretty hot.
But yeah, this is a movie that metal bands should sample. If I imagine somebody has, I just don't know of it. Yeah, I think that maybe confuses people that think this is just like a knockoff of Dracula. But
I was wondering that too, but it just seemed to be they thought it was a cool sounding name. There was like a choose your own adventure book when I was a little kid that you go to some house and you meet Dr. Alucard, and then the big twist at the end was he was Dracula. So that's always been stuck in my head.
Yeah, what movie is that with Dr. Acula? I can't remember.
Oh, I should know. I know. Yeah, I can't place it.
Like some comedy with a Dr. Acula. You're not going to believe this, but Dr. Acula, he's a vampire.
No.
And not a real doctor. What? Oh, there's a deathcore band called Dr. Acula. Oh, Jesus.
I can't wait.
Was it a Monster Squad? I don't remember. Could be.
I don't remember that part, but I take your word for it.
This is Witch Tower and not Watchtower.
I gotta look that up. I feel like I know, but there's so many freaking tower bands. It's probably not one I know. Watchtower. Yep. Hammer of Witches by Witch Tower. I'm gonna mark that band down now. How is it, Jason? Is the music worth checking out? They have a song called Fast Broomsticks. That's pretty sweet.
Let me try to. It's 21. That's pretty cool. God, they keep changing. They sound like Tigers of Pantang. Pantang.
Oh.
Yeah, the bass player died.
Yeah, I just saw that. Anything nefarious, or we don't know?
I don't know.
Or just we're all reaching that age where sometimes people just die.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like one of the few that stuck around for most of it, right?
I don't know. He was at least there in the early 2000s. I haven't been up on them in like 20 years.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
Christ.
They've had so many lineup changes. I haven't kept track. I didn't realize he left so long ago. But my bad.
Yeah, I don't know. Any final thoughts on the movie Alucarda?
No, good, very good time. I will definitely be watching it again. Thanks for recommending it. Probably not something I would have watched on my own.
Yeah, I think it's only come out on DVD. Mondo Macabro will put it out on DVD. But I think it's definitely something that should be on Blu-ray.
What? What?
And I would.
It always confuses me, like a movie like this that I think is like actually worth watching. Why no? With all the boutique labels just scraping the scum from the bottom of the barrel, why has nobody picked this up?
Maybe Mondo Macabro still has the rights, and they just haven't gotten around to it because they are a small label. Or there's some issue because they put out his other movie, Mansion of Madness, and other movies like this, other Mexican movies.
Okay.
And they put out the DVD. So maybe it's just something they'll eventually put it out at some point.
Yeah. This is actually one I would consider buying, like the stupid overpriced hard box for, because I think it's so cool.
Is that right? The print was destroyed.
Oh, what the heck, buddy? Midnight's still behaving, and you're still being loud. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, and the other aspect, I don't know if I mentioned this, but sort of a big thing now is folk horror, especially after the Robert the Witch and the Robert Eggers movies.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say this is like a Mexican folk horror take on The Exorcist, basically.
Yeah.
Very metal, very screamy and grunty and bloody and lots of nudity. I think Justine, she's got to be naked at least in half of her scenes,
Yeah.
if not 60%.
And it's appreciated. Sorry. He won't shut up until I pick him up.
All right. I think that's about it. Do you have any other thoughts, Scott, on the movie?
No. I think I'm good.
What's the cat's name?
His name is Oscar. We let our son name him, and that's what he chose. I don't know why he's named Oscar, but he is. So, but he's a sweet little boy.
So God, I'm lost my voice. Good Lord. So I picked a movie for 2 weeks. So we'll say Saturday, like the normal schedule, Saturday 1 p.m., but in 2 weeks.
Okay, cool.
God. The movie I picked is Sonny Chiba and Karate Bear Fighter. Have you seen this?
This better deliver. Does he actually fight a bear?
Yes, he fights bears.
Okay.
And it's based on a true story.
Oh. True in the fact that bears exist.
I'll try to look it up. But apparently it's based on a real guy that used to fight bears.
Okay.
But we're going to talk about Sonny Chiba kicking bears.
Nice.
And I don't mean fat gay men. I mean actual bears. Although I would watch that too.
I mean, it could be the new Citizen Vigilante. It could be a whole new.
But be appalled the entire. I'll be appalled the entire time. But I would watch that.
Right.
If he was like, "Me no like fatty gay," and then he's like, "Oh, this movie is appalling." Sonny Chiba, you've fallen so low.
I mean, you could definitely see it as an Asian film in the 70s. They're not immune to very homophobic jokes.
Yeah. I never saw Cocaine Bear. That was another thing. It's like overhyped by the wrong people. I don't know. Did you see Cocaine Bear, Scott?
No. It looked way too gimmicky to me. I didn't bother. I might someday.
Thank you, guys. We're going to close up shop a little early since Eli's not here, so we didn't have as much to talk about. Him running down the 17 movies he saw in the theater. Yes. Watch John Waters' A Dirty Shame. If you don't know what that is. When I worked at Tower Records, we had Bear Magazine. We carried Bear Magazine.
Really?
So that might have been my first exposure of seeing Bear Magazine.
Good for them. You know what? I think the world was better when we had all these like niche fetish magazines.
Yeah.
You actually had to go to a store and look somebody in the eye and say, "Yes, I'm into this."
There was one where we stayed open after midnight for the new releases. This is the thing a Tower used to do. And then this was pretty amazing. A guy came up with a magazine, no CDs, just a magazine. He's like, and he goes, "I'm here to buy a copy of Barely Legal." and I am proud to buy this copy of Barely.
Holy shit! How is he not your best friend to this day?
while everybody's buying the new releases, he came at unnecessarily. He could have come at 2 p.m., but unnecessarily comes at 12:01
No, it was a statement. He had to
to
be
buy,
there.
to buy Barely Legal, and he's like announces it.
That's amazing.
All right, thank you guys. That was fun. So Saturday in 2 weeks, whatever that's the
18th.
18th.
Yeah.
1 p.m. We'll talk about Karate Bear Fighter. I have it on Blu-ray. I don't know if it's streaming.
Meanwhile, I'll try to find some copies of Bear Magazine to share with everybody in the meantime.
Yeah, that would be good.
Okay.
For the after party. God, I'm sweaty. Very sweaty day. All right. Thank you guys. Thank you, Scott, for showing up. Thank you, Eli, for your service to this country. I can't talk about it any further, but yep. Have
Thanks,
a good
everybody.
one. Enjoy the rest of your
James,
July
Chris.
4th weekend if you're in America. And most importantly, hail Satan, certainly.
Exactly.